What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is Major Salsa. Today we're going to be doing a verse video between my K-223 and my Vornado. So here we go. This is my 1980 K-223 second gen with the Macmillan motor. And this is my 1971. I think that's the year. I'm not sure. Vornado model 810. You can see with the Westinghouse series motor. So let's get into it. Pros and cons of the K-223. Some pros are good condition. They're relatively good condition. Nothing's broken. Another pro is the color. Nice baby blue color. And another pro is the Macmillan motor. They're good motors. Last a while. Obviously, this one still runs. So yeah, pretty good. Now, some cons of the K-223. There really isn't any. I looked through some past versus videos with this fan, and the cons. One con was that it was too heavy. Well, this fan's heavier, so I can't say that. Another con was this fan used to rattle, but I fixed the rattle. So there's no rattle anymore. So the cons that used to be with this fan are gone now. So I don't think there is any cons. I don't see any cons. It runs fine. It runs brand new, basically. Even though this thing's been in use pretty heavily. So, this might be the only time where our fan has no cons. This is the only time in my versus video history that I know of that there was no cons for a fan. So that's kind of an interesting one. I'm sure there's probably maybe one con against this fan, but I don't know what that is. So, I don't know. So, pros and cons of the Vornado. Some pros are the design. It's got a really nice design with these cool grills. And the rose gold cabinet. With the glossy finish, so it's reflective. And the polished blades. And the color scheme is pretty cool with the gold and amber. It's really nice to look at. It's a really nice looking fan. Another pro is condition, just like this one. No slats broken. No rust. Nothing. Nothing's wrong with this fan, condition-wise. Another pro is the motor. Westinghouse series motor. Series motors are a lot more powerful than the original Westinghouse motors, which you might see in like an S223. Whereas these series motors, you might see in like a P-23 or something. Or fans like this with the metal blades. So, yeah. There was another pro. I think, was that all of them? I think that was, because I did this morning, because this is a brand new fan. So I don't really know the pros and cons yet. But the pros should be the design, the motor, and condition. There's a fourth one, I don't remember. I have no idea. Oh, yeah. It's rare. That's the last pro. This is the only video, or the only channel on YouTube to have one of these fans. Out of all of YouTube, my channel is the only channel to have this fan in it. Which is weird to think about. Same thing is with my Galaxy. So now I have two fans that basically I've never seen on YouTube. So I guess that's kind of cool. Some cons. What are the cons of this fan? What's so bad about it? Well, there's really only one con, and it's a 2-speed. That's it. That's not really a con. The reason why I have to make it a con, most fans will have a switch-related con. Usually, it's either if it's 1-speed or 2-speed, that's a con, because it's not 3-speed. Like, this has 3 options. This has 2 options. You know what I mean? So that's why it's not as good as that, so it's a con. Another reason why a fan might have a switch-related con is because of the switch squeak. If the switch squeaks. But this one doesn't squeak. But if you want to be like my S223, you can have a squeaky switch, and that's a con. But The only reason this fan has the con is because it's 2-speed. So, it's not really a important con, but it's there because it's 2-speed, and that's just the rule of the versus videos. Another con, which I don't know if it's a con, you guys can decide this. The logo's on the back, and I really hate this. Because sometimes, like, I'm standing up, you know, there are times where I set the fan down and I'm like, oh, that must be the front. And then it's not the front because there's the motor, and it's annoying. They could have just removed this and left it at plastic, and it would have been, that would have been gone. But some people don't care about that, and maybe just people notice it more than I do. So that's why I'm not sure if it's a con or not. So without further ado, let's run these. I normally run them on low for versus videos. If you want to see them run on high, you can watch their own reviews. Here's low. It's pretty quiet. Nice breeze. Let's move it over to this fan with a cool startup sound. A lot more air. A lot more air and a lot louder. So this fan's quieter, but less air, and this fan's louder and more air. So it's a little bit exaggerated of that. So in conclusion, which fan's better? Well, personally, I would choose the K-223. I'm more of a plastic blader type of guy. I like the plastic blades. Also, it's, you know, it's a Lakewood, and I like Lakewoods, and it looks kind of more like a fan. I feel like this has too much design, if that's even a thing. I mean, it does look really nice, but I think it's a little too much for, I don't know. But I'm also mainly not a metal bladed fan guy. I have a few metal bladed fans, and they all have problems. Like my pen crest will destroy itself if you run it for too long, so that's scary. So for that reason, I'm not really a fan of metal blades. They are cool. They do make cool startup sounds, but I like plastic blades a little bit more. And if you told me to pick up one fan to use, I'd probably choose this one. But that doesn't mean I don't like the Vornado. I think in some cases I'd choose the Vornado. If it was summer and I was super hot, maybe I'd choose the Vornado because I need more air. But I don't know. So yeah, that's this first video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.